Yeah, let me clear my throat.
Time for the.
Hello.
Hey.
I didn't
Guess what?
realize that the character animator was going to have a countdown too. So I said 3, 2, 1, and then I hit record on my character animator, and then it was like, oh, hey, 3, 2, 1. Son of a bitch.
And so here we are.
Yeah.
Welcome back, my friend.
Welcome back. Look at us. We're regular now.
yeah, we're like seniors, not
2 whole
incontinent.
weeks of regularity.
Technically, I don't want to like be the bad guy, but yeah, it was the 26th. Yeah, totally.
See?
We made it.
Yeah.
We
Dude,
did
I
it.
know. Because I gotta base this on when my free time is, and it's usually Sundays at I should say my free time to talk liberally, and it comes on Sundays at 10:30. So it's a week.
And we made
We're
it.
weekly. We made it.
Well, shoot. And what has changed from this week to last week, or last week to this week, rather, is both of us have played games.
We played multiple games.
Yeah.
And many hours of multiple games.
Yeah. It was
So
awesome. So now, if I was supposed to do something, the word is out. I spent my time playing games. Sorry.
and what else? What else have you been up to?
I mean, besides work, nada, yeah. Work, games, and look, I have a little picnic for you. Hey,
You have a picnic for me. Where'd you pull that out of?
pulled it out of a hat, baby.
Well, that's not fair. I want a fucking picnic.
Yeah, well, let me just take care of it here.
Oh my god! How are you doing this?
It's my magic powers, baby. Don't worry about it. I'll show you how to use them when we have more time.
When we're not actually trying to make a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
I want some fucking magic powers. As of right now, I just got this fucking rainbow hair and my unicorn horn, and I can make my character kind of play the guitar. Or that's what I'm going to say he's doing.
You look good. You look real good. There is a character that plays guitar.
Well, this one's playing a guitar of sorts.
Hey, mine too. Doing, 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 doing.
So we played 2 games. We started off and we played some PUBG, as we typically return to.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good classic go back to and rack up more hours on the game. We've already racked up more hours than any other game on, or me anyway. I know you're.
How many hours do you have there?
I don't know. I'd have to fire it up to check, or I could fire up Steam, right?
Yeah, you can fire up Steam. You can check.
Well, let's take a look. What's the over/under? What do you think?
Well, I'm gonna say that you have just over 750.
Oh man, it's almost like you've been there for most of them. 723. You're only a day off. You're only one day off after a month.
Do you want to take a guess on my PUBG hours?
I'm gonna say you are 850.
Oh man, you're right there too. 861.
Oh baby. Ooh.
And I'm not gonna lie, we have a lot of hours in there, but I don't think either one of us is particularly good at the game.
No, I mean not not to the point where we could call ourselves PUBG pros or anything. And
or not even really halfway decent PUBG amateurs.
No. Yeah, we're not great.
But we try. We have a lot of fun playing. Spike played yesterday.
Yeah, He did. It was awesome.
It was the first time in a long time we played games without Spikeman.
Yeah, it was great stuff, man. So we played PUBG, but we also played something else, something older.
Yeah. What did we play?
Borderlands 2. And I lost my little character, but Borderlands 2.
I lost my
2,
character
baby.
too. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it can. Oh, you know what?
Oh, you're. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, technical difficulties
yeah.
to be expected from the OPness.
Pretty much.
We're not particularly great, but anyways, we played Borderlands 2. It's an older game. How you never played original Borderlands or Borderlands 2, right?
Correct.
And so this is kind of your introduction to the franchise. And how many hours did we put in yesterday? We put in a good 5 or 6.
Yeah, I'd say at least 5 or 6. It was awesome.
We got in. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I dig, man. Like the old school animation style, character design, all that kind of fun stuff. The little crazy Mad Max fellows that run at you and scare you and blow themselves up. And I mean, the only thing missing is that silver paint. So
it's kind of like playing a Mad Max graphic novel, right?
Yeah.
Right?
With the graphics style and everything.
Yeah. I really like it. I really enjoy it. The question that I have for you, because we both played Division 2. I think we both like the game, but we couldn't tell you what the fuck is going on in the game, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think I still have the same problem I had last time we talked about it. I'm not excited to jump back in, man. Like,
yes.
Once I'm in,
but
I'm
we're
sure
not
I'll have a
going
good
to
time.
the Division. The question that I wanted to ask you is, in regards to Borderlands 2, do you feel like you're more engaged in the story? I mean, the whole thing is basically an FPS RPG. Do you feel like you know what's going on at all?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I know that there's this handsome Bill or handsome Rob. I don't know.
Yep, handsome Bill. Nailed it.
And yeah, he's kind of an asshole, and that's all I need to know. I just need one bad guy to fight against that's kind of being an asshole, but he's also kind of a clever asshole. And I enjoy taking out the armies that he's set forth. Whereas in the Division 2, I don't know who I'm fighting. Couldn't care less.
I think the things that this game does well, and I'm sure a lot of people already know this because it's not a new game.
What? You told me it was brand new. We were playing a beta.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's totally new.
Oh, okay.
You're one of the few involved.
Welcome to the future, everyone.
I think one of the interesting things about it is, that there is a definitive storyline. There is going to be a definitive ending of the game.
Spoiler.
But it has a lot of the aspects that people like from games like The Division, where, you're going to get a ton of different shit and loot and upgrades and try and find the best combination for you. And so I think that it does a lot of that well without it just being like, okay, I got a new gun, so that I can then just kill something else and get a new gun. Like, what's the end game? Because I think MMOs in general, and part of the problem that you said you had with Division 2 is that you don't really care about the storyline, and you don't really have to, and ultimately you're just trying to get new shit so that you can go on and get new shit, right?
Yeah, and there's still some of that in Borderlands where, like, I feel like the numbers game of Division 2 and trying to stack numbers and then restack your other numbers so that these numbers make better numbers. And after you get through the calculus of it all, trying to just buff everything. There's still some of that in Borderlands, and that's okay. That's my least favorite part, is trying to like look at my inventory of guns I picked up and try and figure out, which one of these is going to be the best one. I still like it. Like they haven't overwhelmed me, and I'm going to out myself as a simple person. I'm just a simple man. I want the best gun to be obvious, and I just take the best gun and I use that, whether it's the best shotgun, the best whatever. I mean, I have some fun playing around with the stats and the different strats and all that kind of stuff, but I kind of want to do that on an occasional basis, not on a continual basis. Like I do love that part. But
how do you do with like other RPGs, like medieval RPGs that have all this gear and you got to get a chess piece and a sword, and one sword has like +2 to strength and other sword has like +2 to stamina, and deciding that. Do you ever play like those types of RPGs?
I mean, we played the Divinity 2.
That's true. That's true.
And I enjoyed playing that, but again, I just enjoyed playing with my friends. I haven't played it by myself, so I mean, I'll leave that there. I had a good time because you guys were playing, and I was playing with you guys and trying to figure it out, and that was fun. But I don't know, man. I don't. You think
that maybe this is a reason we like coming back to PUBG so much, is that it's pretty simple. The objective is clearly defined in every round. You go in, you have some optimal guns, but ultimately whatever gun you get can kill somebody, and there's not a whole lot of variance except for what each gun is essentially intended to do. And then the round is over. You don't have to keep like searching and swapping for new different guns as you progress. Like each round is clearly defined and you know what to do. Do you think that's a reason that kind of appeals to us?
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. I think it's exactly like World of Warcraft South Park episode. They have, like, when they go in, they have this one bad guy they're trying to defeat, and they spend the whole episode trying to defeat this guy, and after they do, they're like, well, now what do we do? Like, now we play the game.
Play the game.
And then the scene noticeably drops like to boring regular just work, and that's totally how I feel about it. I'm sure I would get some enjoyment out of it, and I want to get into the world building of it. I haven't found the right mix of like, this is I'm going to build my own little world kind of thing. Okay, here's a game. Here's an RPG. I was going to go somewhere else, but here's one that I love. You ready?
I'm ready.
Zelda.
And if you say the last of, okay.
No, that's a story.
I didn't want to have
thing.
I mean, you're playing a role.
Yeah, and there's a linear story, like you're trying to get to the end of something. I'm the same way in just about everything. Like if it's just busy work, fuck you. I'm not having it. With homework, with whatever around the house, I can't do it. I do it. Don't get me wrong. Like make the bed. It's kind of made.
You make your bed every day?
I mean, my mother-in-law is visiting, so it's being made more often by me than another day than normally. But no, that kind of stuff, I should be better at it, and I want to. I should make an effort, but I think I know why my struggle is my struggle. I feel like a lot of those building and strats and all that kind of stuff in Division 2 and Divinity 2 and all these other games, they're chores. And I don't like the chore aspect of it. So if you can, same thing with like cooking in Zelda. I loved the cooking for a little bit, but then after a while I was like, this is a chore. I'm kind of done with it.
Yeah, fuck that, man. Like They did. They did like. Um, they started this in midst of Pandaria, which I know it's Pandaria, but I call it Pandaria because it sounds like diarrhea. Which that expansion was definitely diarrhea. But they started this where essentially you have your own fucking farm, and you gotta go out and fucking water your crops. Shit. It's like you fuckers don't want to live on a farm in real life. There's not anyone playing World of Warcraft that's like, you know what I want to do now? I want to go live on a fucking farm so I can do all these chores in real life. Nobody wants to fucking do that. No one. So why the fuck do I want that out of my video game? You know, as soon as you start making chores and shit, I'm right there with you. Fuck that. I'm done. I don't want to deal with that. If it's, you know, here's a bunch of guns or here's like a bunch of weapons or armor and shit, you decide what's the best to make your character as awesome as you want. That I can get behind. That's why I like Borderlands. But if it's like fucking Division 2 sometimes has been for me, where it's like, hey, go out and clear this whole fucking raid so that then you can break everything down, and then you got to go get the mod recipe, and now you need more materials so that you can actually make the mods, and just continually do shit so that you can break down shit so that finally you can get the shit that you want. Fuck that. I'm out.
Well, what RPG games do you like? Because I thought, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm about to find out something new about you, but I thought that you kind of like that type of game. But it sounds like you have some similar issues.
I do like that game, but those are my least favorite aspects of it, right? Like, I love World of Warcraft, but you can talk to anyone I play WoW with. I very rarely do anything outside of raiding. And it's because I like the social aspect of it. I like knowing what my role and my class is supposed to do. And I like the feeling of accomplishment of taking down like big baddies or clearing content that's considered super hard and difficult. I fucking hate doing all of the chores and shit that have to go along with it. It's one of the reasons I'm not all that interested in WoW Classic, because WoW Classic had a lot of chores in terms of just farming a bunch of shit so that you actually were able to go raid. And I already did that. I did that in 2005. I don't want to do that again. I'm done. I'm not doing that. But I like RPGs, like pure RPGs in terms of, like The Witcher and Skyrim and all that shit. I love those types of games. But these open world kind of RPGs want you to be in the game and want you to be playing content and shit, even when there's no storyline or big thing to do. And the way that they do that is by creating chores for you. And I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm in life and everything. I'm an objective-driven person. I don't have an objective, and I'm just wandering. I don't know, in like goals and what I'm doing. I can wander all day, but or go down rabbit holes of character animator or like that kind of thing. But like I'm talking like long-term deals. Like I kind of float down the river on a whatever, like I don't know what I'm really doing. But when I do know what I'm doing, I thrive. I'm like, okay, I'm working towards this. I'm gonna do this and then that, and I thrive. If I don't, I'm okay to be on the river as long as I'm not doing chores on the river.
This is how I put it, right? Like when I'm at work and I have a project or a task that I need to get done, I am completely fine with having big tasks and projects assigned to me where I know what the beginning and the end are kind of supposed to look like, have some flexibility in terms of how I execute it, and can see the end goal and result for it. I'm completely fine with that. At the same time, I'm also completely fine going on a hike not having any idea where I'm going or what the end goal is. But I don't want to have to be asked to do about 6 layers of bullshit before I can just go on a wandering hike.
Exactly. And this
like,
is
if
why
you want to go down the character animator rabbit hole, fine. But I don't think you want 8 stipulations on what you need to do before you can just start exploring the rabbit hole.
Yeah, I mean, there's a baseline to try and learn anything, right? But yeah, I get what you're saying. I totally do. And I think you're really advocating for people to play Zelda more than anything, because you can go on hikes and you can do big projects and take out Ganon.
I wish we could play Zelda together. That'd be fun.
It would be a lot of fun. A multiplayer co-op Zelda? Oh, yeah. Baby, I'm in. I'm sold. So I'd buy a capture card for the Switch just so that we could record that content.
What do you think about this? Because it's different, right? Like everything that we've done so far has really just kind of been instance, battle royales and stuff like that. And I guess Division 2, but this is an actual playthrough that we're working through. What do you think about that so far?
I mean, I like running into you with the vehicle.
Which we figured out how to exploit magnificently, right?
Yeah. Who needs more than one vehicle? You're totally fine with one. I'm having a good time, man. Like it's a fun, it's fun enough to keep going. It's not my favorite game in the world, but it's fun. That's all I ask for. Not every game has to be my favorite game, and this one's in that category. Not my favorite, but it's right up my alley. I love the graphics, the design. I love the gameplay. It's a little bouncy for me, like when I'm running and the camera's just like dong 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 dong, like it's a little bouncy.
Like that kind of stuff. Riding on your horse.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff is like, oh my god, could we not smooth this out just a little bit, maybe? But maybe that's just not my cup of tea. But I'm having a blast. That's all I ask for. If I'm gonna sit down and play a game, I just want to have fun or be challenged, because I also like puzzle games.
Yes.
Yeah, that the
what
Witness.
Do you
ever heard of that game?
The what?
The Witness.
You cut out.
The Witness.
The Witness. No, I never heard of it.
It was a free-to-play game on PlayStation 4, and I started playing it. I was like, ooh, puzzles.
Well, that explains why I've never heard of it.
Well, I'm sure it's on other platforms. It was just free on that one, so that's why I was playing it there. But
so what about it?
No, it's just like a puzzle game, and I love puzzle games. Like I feel like my brain is being engaged, and I love that. And maybe it's not. Maybe it's hurting my brain. I don't know. I'm having a good time though, so
it's not okay just to have your brain hurt, because we don't have a whole lot to give.
Yeah, right. Maybe because we played too many video games.
No, that's bullshit. I don't think that video games, like, if anything, I feel like they engage your synapses in probably a much more active manner than just fucking people who sit around and watch TV and Fox News all day or whatever.
So are you saying when your mother told you, stop playing games all day, go out and take a hike, that you would have just got more mental, not physical, mental benefit from playing video games than going out and taking a hike? Get outdoors?
Yeah, definitely.
Our mothers.
I think so. I mean, there are a lot of games that make you think, right? And the funny thing is, like, I have family that's like, I don't understand why you play so much games. Well, I don't understand why you sit in front of the TV and watch, mindless HGTV or shit like that for hours on end, and then sit on your phone while you're doing that so that you're not actually engaging with anyone, but you want to feel connected to people. And then you do like actual jigsaw puzzles or something like that, right? Like everyone has this shit. If anything, games, I feel like a lot of times incorporate almost all of that while actually creating a social experience. And so, yeah, I think, in terms of mind engaging content, yeah, games are a great way to go.
All right, I like it. Get off the TV, get off your phones, and game. Unless you're gaming on your phones or on the TV, in which case,
never game on your phones. That's always.
What about PUBG Mobile? I haven't played it, but wasn't it pretty good?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
I'll see,
but it's still a mobile game, and so it's still shit.
Oh, okay, fair. Take that. Shots
what do you
fired.
want to play next? What do you think next?
Well, okay, so this Death Stranding game that's coming out.
Death Stranding. Never heard of it.
Stranding. Well, I don't know.
Let me look this up.
Okay, well, I'm about to disappoint you, and I'm excited for what happens when you look it up. It's gonna be good because it's an exclusive for a platform you don't have.
It's got what's his name in it. It's got fucking Daryl and Boondock Saints, man.
Yeah, I know it has those guys, and I'm interested to see if it's fun. This game was
supposed to come out in 2017, dude. I saw trailers and shit for this.
And PUBG was supposed to come out in 2017 as well.
Okay.
And here we are.
Still not out? They're still in beta? Damn it.
I mean, the airplane's still rubber bands. I don't know what. But okay, so that's one game. But that's
I don't care about this game because I don't have this platform. Why did you even bring this game up?
You asked the question.
Fucking waste of time. Yeah, well, I meant in context of what we would actually play through together.
Oh, in context of what we're doing right now.
Not living out your fantasy Daryl Walking Dead scenario. Jesus.
I gotta tell you though, when Last of Us 2 comes out, boom, I'll be spending a lot of time on that. I'm excited for that game. Okay, other games though. I want to play that retro, man. We talked about playing Link to the Past with L Spike.
Yeah.
And I want to do some retro, like this Borderlands little jump. This is a slight jump backwards. I think we can take this is a hop. I think we can take a skip backwards. And then,
I think so too.
And then maybe a jump. We did the hop. Let's do the skip next, and then we'll jump. Yeah. But like something like a Link to the Past, which is also getting a revamp for Switch. Which looks really good. Really, really good. You don't have a Switch, do you? Do you have a Switch?
No, I don't.
Oh. Well then.
Okay, but I mean, Link to the Past would be on PC.
Oh,
right?
yeah. It would be on PC. Yeah.
Okay, I'd be down for that.
Okay, beauty. I like it. All right, so there's one. I've got 4 or 5 others, but I'm trying to think of like a good. I know I'm about to say multiplayer game, and I know Link to the Past isn't multiplayer, but I already talked about randomizer, and that's how it becomes multiplayer. Yeah, exactly.
So, we can make it multiplayer.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of like a good multiplayer game from the past that would be fun to play through again. Because like games like Contra, that's fun, but the fun kind of wears off pretty quickly. It's kind of the same thing for me anyway. I don't know. What game do you want to play?
Well, I mean, I'm definitely down for Link to the Past, and I think that would be a lot of fun because it's been so long since I've played any Zelda game, much less Link to the Past. Just because at a certain point I got to where I was only playing PC and never bought consoles to play Zelda. So I'm definitely excited about doing that. I think right after Borderlands, we just pick that up and we go from there. But Borderlands 3 comes out in September.
Oh, really?
So that's a bit off, and that's kind of why I wanted to play the game was that 3 comes out in September. I'm hearing good things about people or from people who have played what little bits there's been to play so far, and I'd like to pick that up and go. So, I mean, you just kind of do fallbacks and skip backs and jump backs and then hurdle forward and fuck it, man. We'll just play whatever the hell we want.
All right. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. And then we'll drop that in the background instead of nature like you got last time. I mean, nature was good.
We do have stuff to drop in the background this week, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was recording Borderlands, so you can see some of that, some of the fun running Steven over.
Which didn't really run me over. You just like ran me forward.
To my utter disappointment. Yes. Yes, I did.
But then it wasn't all that disappointing. That was probably one of the better things we discovered yesterday.
Oh, no, valuable as hell, for sure. That would have worked out. But, instinct was, all right, let's see if I can splat my old buddy here.
You know what's funny is we talked about this shit with all these games and stuff, which now I'm realizing I look at my game library and well ahead of PUBG, which is my highest in Steam library. Well ahead of that is Rust with over 1,300 hours. And that whole fucking game is just chores, basically. So I don't know what the hell I'm saying, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's 16 contradictions in everything I've said already. So, that's your drinking game.
How about this? How about Vermintide, the Warhammer game? You ever seen that?
Nope, no idea. Vermintide.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Warhammer's strategy game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a physical strategy game where people play with like miniatures and shit and spend a lot of money and a lot of time making their miniatures and everything. So there's that. And then there's Warhammer, the PC real-time strategy game, which, by the way, I might have an interest in playing some Warcraft 3 Remastered. I think that might be fun too. But then there's Vermintide, which, from what I understand, is like first-person kind of part of the Warhammer series. That might be fun too. And it's only $11.99 on Steam. Seth fucking loves that game.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds cool to me. I would jump on that. It sounds like a good time. Yeah, 60% off. Special promo ends in 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better buy it before 10 days is up.
Yeah, I like it. I would say I'd get into that. At least a quick playthrough,
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good. Not too shabby.
Well, good.
Looks like a bunch of my friends already own this game. What do you know?
Yeah. Should we accept requests?
Seth, what do you want us to play?
Yeah, Seth, Mom. After I just dissed what you do, sitting in front of the TV watching YouTube channels all day, what do you want us to play?
Yeah, and keep watching this YouTube channel.
Yeah. Outside of that, I think the only other thing that we have is our NBA finals.
Yeah. I'm still sticking with Toronto.
Game 1 went the way that I thought
because of no KD.
I think that game 1 went the way that I thought. I thought that they would actually lose game 1. But what's changed is I think Golden State loses the series now. I already told you yesterday. I think whoever wins tonight wins the series.
It's gonna be, but does whoever win tonight, if it's Toronto, do they keep winning and win in 4, or do you think Golden State picks one up when they go home?
No, they won't. They won't sweep. I don't think Toronto will sweep. But
okay, all right. but they will win if they win.
I think KD's injury might be more serious than they've just let on. And so I don't know that he's going to be the white knight that just comes in, in game 3 or game 4 and is like, all right, you guys couldn't get it done without me. Here I am. I think he might be too injured to actually do that.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
He's not going to be for practice, dude.
Jeez. Well, then they're in trouble. Yeah. Big trouble.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that's we can kill it off there. We actually talked about some games today, even though they're probably games that everybody's already played and everybody's already sick of, but us. So
everyone's like, fucking Borderlands 2. Come on, that's 10 years ago.
Except for Zelda. I know I talked about Zelda, and no one's sick of that. And if you are, well, you're Vermintide.
You're Vermintide. Perfect. End it.